And on her knees trying to get the ball out. It's going to be hard. There is a hard tackle out front from Martin towards the middle of the field. Perry couldn't quite get it. Bit of a foot race here now. Salisbury, the ball does take a kind bounce. And Paige Allen was involved, but nicely taken again by O'Day. The kick is going to go through for a goal. Going to get this in front of goal. It's not going to have the distance, but that one is.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Adelaide Footy League Women, Adelaide University versus Morphettville Park in the National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Women's. I'm joined, my name's Eddie Dadds, I'm joined here by Tess Baxter, the legendary Tess Baxter, out at beautiful Uni Oval. Stunning day for football. Welcome, Tess. How you going?
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. I'm going really well. Looking forward to a big game today. These clubs obviously got a pretty good rivalry going over the next few years, so hopefully we'll see that continue today.
Yeah, they have. Last year, I remember they played a night game on this oval and came down to the final kick of the day, if I remember correctly. Hit the post. Ball hit the post from Nadia von Berto, I think. Was that what happened last year?
Yeah, I believe.
Morphy's got up by 4 points.
Yeah, today's captain, co-captain for the Blacks, Nadia von Berto, yeah, shot on the run. It was a kick, looked good off the boot, but it just faded late and hit the post. And I think that was a pretty good win for the Morphe's girls on Adelaide Uni's home ground.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be really, judging by the results so far this year, this is going to be a really even matchup. The Blacks are 2-1, they're sitting third. They've had wins against Christie's Beach and Angle Vale and then lost up against Mount Lofty up the hill by a single point. And a little bit of a quirk of the fixture, they haven't played in a couple of weeks, had the bye and then the league-wide bye, so they haven't played since the 25th of June. So, interesting to see the girls come out a little bit rusty.
Yeah, hopefully they do get out of the gates okay. That's the danger having a couple of weeks off, is that they get a bit of a slow start, and they've got a different looking team too, with about 10 changes coming in with the Sandford girls coming back. Not dissimilar to not careful.
Yeah, and just a little bit of around the grounds action. We had Smosh West Lakes, who were top of the Div 1 table and undefeated. They knocked off Salisbury 32-13 last night. Salisbury's first loss of the year. And with a defeat of Christie's Beach 63-28 yesterday. So Christie's Beach unfortunately haven't got off the mark with a win yet this season. But Morphe's, Smosh and Salisbury are probably the teams that are really in the hunt at the moment, with Uni as well.
Yeah, I think we'll find Christie's Beach hopefully will improve over the next couple of weeks. They had a lot of girls in that Sandford W win for South Adelaide, so they've been a little bit slow out of the gates. But, the other results I think are showing we're going to have a really competitive year for the Division 1 girls. And, Smosh West Lakes' first year with an open women's team at all, ever. And to see them top of the ladder so far is a really good start for them.
That's amazing, yeah. So Morphy's only 2 losses this year have come to Smosh and Salisbury, who Uni haven't played yet. So it's kind of tough to get a gauge on where this game's going to be today, given neither of these teams really played the same opposition apart from Christie's Beach.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be very interesting, and the first quarter will be sort of telling to what kind of game it's going to be, and we're really hoping both teams get out of the gates and we have a close one.
Now we've got the ball's ready to go. Uni's going to be kicking to the right of the screen to start us off. We've got Taylor McKay in the ruck for Uni and Leah Cutting in the ruck for Morphe's. Bit of carry on in there from Matilda Zander in the middle. Good tap down from McKay. Zander's going to win it. A good forward entry for Uni to start the game. Carver picks up. No, that's Joe Hill. Shot on goal early and just misses to the left. Good start from Uni. That's a quality centre clearance. McKay down to Zander. I think we'll be seeing a bit of that today. Yeah,
and that's exactly what I'd say Uni would want to see out of Matilda Zander, using that speed out of the centre, looking for a deep forward entry straight off. We see Erica Spawn here kicking out for Morphe's. Erica had a very good season with Norwood in the Sandford this year. And looks like maybe that one's going to get held up there and the umpire's going to...
Pretty free-flowing to start the game. Looks like Barltrip in the ruck there for Uni. And we might get a boundary throw in, I think, here. And we do.
Just see little Gigi Dadds following that out there. She's been very good for Adelaide Uni this year, providing a lot of run off that wing.
Yeah, encouraging for her that she was able to hold her spot this week, even with the 10 girls coming back in from the Sandford. And a good smother right there on the wing.
I think we'll see plenty of Talia Meyer there, getting a little quick handball out. She's got a lot of speed. Hannah Scholars just cleaned that one up, but she's coughed it
Snap
up to
from
Kelly
Baltrop.
Baltrop. I really like that about Kelly Baltrop, the leading goal kicker in the SANFL this year. For a tall player, she can really clean up with strong, clean hands and looks to snap. Very strong left and right.
She's got a huge kick on her Baltrop, and that's going to come straight back into Uni.
Alex Fitzgerald there's gobbled that up. Another one of the Roosters girls. She's looking to kick it into the hot spot there. I think Blandon and Von Berto have spoiled each other. And Morphe's with the easy exit kick out there to Cutting.
Cutting pushed forward a lot last week, but it looks like she's starting in the ruck here, and she's made a little bit of a mess of that. Walker's just hanging out the back there waiting for it, but I think we're going to get a stoppage. No, plays on, comes out to Morphe's. Xander again just racking up possessions and called for holding the ball. A little bit unlucky.
Scrappy early from both teams, but I think that'll tidy up in the next couple of minutes. Martino, I think, laid that tackle. She's a fantastic tackler, Marie Martino, I believe involved in a few of the state talent programs coming up as a junior. She just looks for the exit kick there.
To Harkness, and Harkness has a bit of time. She's going to go back inside a little bit to a contest. Probably should have been taken there by Morphe's, but they might still end up with it. And I think we'll get another stoppage. Strong tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle from Megan Anderson there, just holding the ball in. We'll just wait for the umpire to chase the ball up, and we'll have another ball up here, just on the wing. We got that Cutters and McKay battle. I think will be really important today.
Looking forward to that. Just a bit agricultural from Morphe's from Cutting there. Came in a little bit high on Xander. Xander looks out wide, kicks to space. Good tackle from Walker, and it spills out of bounds. Von Berto lurking in the background there. The SANFL Team of the Year captain. She's in for a big day, I think.
Yeah, it's her first game for the Blacks this year, playing through the centre, and yeah, really like to see her make an impact. Looks like she's going up in the ruck here, which will be interesting.
Interesting. Cutting way too strong.
Nice handball out the back there, but good chase down there from Kelly Baltrop. Really good work rate there as a forward. Another good tackle there from the Blacks. Tilly Van Riel really got Morphe's under pressure. Nicole Collies just chipped one up the line there over the back. Here we see Xander hunting the ball again, running into an open goal. But unfortunately, she just pushed it to the right. So Adelaide Uni peppering the scoreboard here, but not quite able to get one through the big sticks.
That's a couple of opportunities missed early for Uni. I think they'd be a little bit unhappy to be only 3 points on the scoreboard. That's 3 gettable chances. A lot of space from the kick out for Morphe's, and they're going to go out the outer wing. That's a risky kick, but it's going to pay off. Love that coming back through the middle. That little kick into the middle there has just opened up the ground, and they're going to get a free kick here. Can't quite. Paxton Matner gives away the free kick for Uni.
Yeah, Bellinger just taking that one there. Very strong lead up forward, Lucy Bellinger. Out on the wing to Meyer again. I think we'll see a lot of her today. They've got a lot of speed. Good little chip kick up there. And Morphe's just keeping the ball in that far wing, just happy to chain the ball up. I don't think that mark was paid. Perhaps it was touched. Looks like Adelaide Uni have just found the safety of the boundary line there. So another stoppage on that far wing. Very
clear strategy from Morphe's there coming out of defence. Just the little chip kicks, not going for anything down the line. I think what teams can tend to do against Uni is just kick the ball down the line to McKay, and McKay's just going to swallow up everything. So I think they've recognised that, and they're just going the short kicks and kicking around her. That's a good saving mark there from Collie.
We'll see that kick forward under pressure is what Adelaide Uni have set up really well for. Nicole Collie coming off a very strong SANFL W season with the Roosters. Beautiful foot skills from Collie as well, just hitting up Taylor. Adelaide Uni looking to switch the ball to Anderson coming off the back line. She can get it on quick. She's got Alex Fitzgerald out in her own. Unfortunately, probably should have held that one. Great tackle coming in there from the Morphe's, but unfortunately she just must have caught her a little bit high. So Alex goes back to look for an option.
She's got plenty in forward 50 to look to. Baltrip's in prime position here. Could have gone back a bit stronger. Good pick from Xander. Gets another track at it. Goes forward. Here comes Blandon and Joe Hill. And just a little bit late at the ball there from Joe Hill, and gives away the free kick for in the back.
Very experienced there, Cass Hartley. using that left foot. Unfortunately, just a little bit far out in front of Caitlin Swanson there. And it's out on the full with Xander, who, like you said, is getting plenty of it early to take that kick in.
She looks up. She's got space everywhere in the forward pocket. No one's leading into it, though. Baltrip puts a block on. And that was not particularly well set up from Uni. They had all the space in the pocket and just couldn't seem to find a lead up.
No, it's interesting you say Adelaide Uni have McKay behind the ball. Morphy's similar with their ruck, with Cutters just filling that hole there and taking an easy mark. But Abby Pengelly's intercepted it here on the rebound. Uni gone inside. GG Dads, plenty of dash there, but unable to break the tackle. Ball's back on the ground.
Uni got all the play here early, just can't put it on the scoreboard as yet. And Morphies are able to clear it, but there's nobody there, and this is going to come straight back in, I think. Dads is chasing it out there, and it rolls out of play. And umpire's given the free kick to Gigi Dads. So let's see if Uni can get a bit of a sharper entry here. It was a bit disappointing the last time. Again, Hill comes at the ball. Dads kicks it to her. Nice kick, but just over her head. Morphies will clear again, but not for long.
Just touched off the boot there. Landella Sandro's grabbed it and just got a quick forward entry. Morphy's again looking for the little chain handballs out and releasing it on that wide side there to Maya, but gone too wide. And it looks like Nicole Colley will be kicking that one in. Uni
are pressing up really high here. There's no one forward of centre for Morphettville, no one forward of centre square at all, really.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni's defence happy to push up and work for the intercept mark around the top of the 50.
The problem is it's just allowing Morphies to clog up the forward line for Uni, and they're not getting much space, although it does spill.
Good
and we're going to get a goal here.
Blandon.
No, touched off the boots.
So well read. I think that was Ebony Tiller there that picked that one up and had a shot, but unfortunately just touched off the boot. While we wait for Erica Spawn just to go and collect the ball. Must have shot out that open gate.
It's funny how often the ball seems to go out that gate here at Uni. It's the smallest target, and yet it goes out there every time.
That was a really clever little knock-on by Amy Blandon there. Still in her first year of football. Just knocked it out to Ebony Tiller. We see them looking for cutting again as that exit kick.
She's such a weapon, cutting. Just put her anywhere on the field and she's going to give you a contest. A nice kick of the footy too, although there's not many numbers here for Morphies, and kind of spills to Matner. Still 18 years old, Matner. She is quite the talent.
Fantastic one-on-one player, Paxton. As Jess Macalino looks to dodge around, but she's held up.
It's her first game for University, Jess Macalino.
Yes, come to us from Norwood in the Sandful. As Morphe's here, just rebound off the back line again on that far side.
Got nothing going forward though. It's going to have to be a good kick, and it is.
Yeah, managed to kick it to the advantage there of Bonnie Wells. Morphe's are streaming forward with their numbers, but they're just not quite clean enough there with the handballs. It's allowed Adelaide Uni to get back. And they might be able to hold it up here with Ellen D'Alessandro, a small kick out. Lindsay Biggs has picked it up, driven it forward. But we've got, there we go, Tay McKay down there
behind the ball again.
Keeper role.
They just have to find a way to keep the ball away from McKay. She's too strong.
Good little contest there.
It looks
Cass
like
Hartley just hanging out
Tilly
the
Van
back.
Riel. This is good from Morphies. They've absorbed a lot of pressure, and now they've got a chance to go forward again. But Sumbris leading out. Brilliant play.
Love to
and
see
just
that
kicks to space in front of Pengelly, who's got about a paddock if she can pick it up, and she can. Well played. Unfortunately, just missed the handball. Should have been holding the ball. Dads and Pengelly lay a very big tackle there.
I love to see that from Sumbris. She's out there. It's her 50th game today for Adelaide Uni, and being a relatively new club, there aren't many that have done that. So really hoping that she gets to see a little bit of it.
Have you played 50 tests?
Not for Adelaide Uni, no. I have overall.
And bit agricultural there from Dads. Gives away the free kick, and that's going to Chloe Karamoshis for Morphies. Nice kick inside 50 to the hot spot.
Oh.
And great crumb. We're going to get a goal here, Morphies. No! Just missed the handball, and Sumbris jumps on it. Could be holding the ball here. She's a bit lucky.
Great work from Bonnie Wells there from Morphy. Showed a lot of speed and followed up her ball and nearly was rewarded on the end of it there, but just didn't quite get the outcome. But the ball's still deep in their forward line. We see Tay McKay's knocked it dangerously down the middle of the field. Lindsay Big able to pick it up. And
not the smartest tap from McKay there. I don't think that's the last thing you want to be hitting that ball is dead centre of the 50.
Yeah, I'd say Moods will be having a chat to her about that one. But lucky for her, they've gotten away just with Morphe's not quite converting. Gone for the long switch there, and Megan Anderson had to sit underneath it, but it's a successful switch.
Confident kick from Dads.
See a release out to D'Alessandro, and she's quite quick to play the ball on there to young Paxton Matner with a high ball up to the wing.
Oh, great grab from Baltrop. Too strong in the air and gets it on quickly. Doesn't get a lot of it though. Spills out the back to Pengelly. She's got miles of space in front of her. This is going to bounce.
Erica Spawn leading in the chase back for that one.
Just needed to hold that ball up, Pengelly. Didn't have the leg on her. Touched off the boot. Baltrop's going to get another crack, and she might kick this, I reckon. Steams in and pops it straight through the middle for the opening goal of the game. Well done, Kelly Baltrop. She's been everywhere early.
Yeah, very strong kick there from Kelly Baltrop. I think her running in strong in front of goals, you expect her to slot those ones, especially after that season she's had with North. Bit of a background as a goalkeeper, Kelly Baltrop. I believe she was in the Lady Reds squad for some time as well. So quite an accomplished sportswoman.
That was just pure confidence bursting through there. Knew no one could take her down. Knew she had the foot skills and the speed, and just popped it straight through the middle. Goal umpire didn't even move.
So Uni actually finally able to get a major on the scoreboard. We've got about 7 minutes left to go. Last clearance, Adelaide Uni were able to pull it out quite clearly. We'll see if quite cleanly. We'll see if they can do that again. Weighted handball there from Steph Walker out into the wing. GG Dads played the ball up the line. Good attack there from Morphe's, but unable to pick it up with Xander coming in to clean it up, and a high long one into Joe Hill. Erica Spawn able to spoil at the back with Joe crumbing her own ball there, slotting out one straight through the middle. Really good to see that from Joe Hill. Obviously played basketball for Australia, has been a sportswoman at a high level for some time, and we're really seeing her start to pick up the idea of Aussie rules.
How old's Joe Hill now, Tess?
I'm actually not sure.
I think she's early 40s, isn't she?
I think she would be in her 40s, yep.
She is an incredible athlete. Look at that. She's still got all the agility. She's not a natural left footer, is she?
I actually think she's a left footer, Joe. I have to keep an eye on her to work that out for sure, but I reckon she's a left footer.
That's very impressive.
Really good work of her to clean up the crumbs. Spawn got back there able to spoil it, but unfortunately for her, she had no support there, and Joe Hill followed it up, slotted it through for Uni's second one of the match.
So the dam wall might just have broken a little bit here for Uni. They had all the play to start the quarter, couldn't convert, and now they've kicked 2 in the space of 30 seconds. Morphe's need to at least halve this centre clearance. Cutting's back in the ruck, and that's a good tap, and I think they will win the centre clearance that they needed. No, they won't.
Great handle there from Falkenberg.
Yeah, Walker gets another clearance. Kicks it over the top of that D'Alessandro there. It's a nice kick. Here comes Baltrop leading up, just got past the ball. A little outside of the foot kick to clear from Morphe's, and they're going to get out of danger.
Really good run and carry there from Hannah Scholar with a nice kick to the dangerous spot. So Sumbris has got her hand on that. Nice fist out. Tilly Van Riel's cleaned it up. Ball's just spilled out in that tackle. I think that's
Taylor there.
Taylor.
Ball's bobbling around, but I think we're going to get a stoppage. No, we're not. Comes out. And this is the last person you want it to come to if you're Morphe's, Cassie Sumbris, although she can't quite get it. Lays a strong tackle.
Really good tackle there to hold up there, Cutting.
Sumbris is... Oh, Cutting's a little bit hurt there. Hope she's okay. Bit winded, I think. Sumbris fell pretty tough into her back. So Van Riel and Cutting go at it in the ruck. And good tackle from Morphe's on Steph Walker. No, sorry, not Steph Walker. It's Tilly Van Riel. Repeat stoppages in forward 50 for Morphe's is good. They need some more of this. Need some time in forward half. They haven't got it forward very often this quarter.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they really, especially this last sort of 5 minutes, either got to score themselves or really hold Uni off, because they're in a danger here of Uni kicking a couple extra late. A little bit scrappy in here again. Is Von Berto able to bring it out cleanly?
Fantastic handball. Very, very good handball from Von Berto. Unfortunately, the kick forward was not to advantage.
Erica Spawn getting right out in front of Joe Hill there. Nice little chip kick to spread it wide. I think that might be Jess Searle out there.
That kick forward from Uni just needed to be a little bit longer. Hill was leading out the back.
Yeah, Macalina was at the front of the pack, probably could have taken a little bit more grass and got a longer entry. But Morphy's now going into their forward line. See Bonnie Wells here, unable to hold the mark, but follows it up, gets a quick handball out. He's cutting again, just getting held up. Morphy's probably happy with that result.
Cutting playing a bit of a lone hand for Morphy's to the midfield here. Looks like she's going forward though.
Been a standout for them this quarter.
Yeah. They did that last week against Salisbury. They threw cutting forward and she was really dangerous up there. So I'm glad that they're doing that again this week. But it is a risk taking her out of the ruck because then this happens, Uni get easy clearances. Although this one's going to come straight back in. And it's going to cutting. Oh, can't quite get it. Gee, she's a threat.
Good work by Van Riel there, just trying to keep the ball in front. Knocked off it a little bit. No one able to take clean possession of the ball, but the umpire looks like he's picked out a free kick.
Jeez, not sure what that was for.
Holding on there. Free kick to Tessa Cone. Lovely kick into the top of the square, but there's no one there. Cassie Sumbris has eaten that one up.
I love watching Sumbris play. In her 50th game, just look at these kicking skills. It's just perfect.
Just hit up Ebony Tiller there.
Nice from Tiller. Walker can go. Walker's got space in front of her. Well, there's not a lot of options, so she smartly just kicks a little bit wider.
Annie Falkenberg just chasing that one down.
Too quick, Falkenberg.
Going to put that one out into space in front of Joe Hill. The foot race is on between Hill and Spawn.
Hill, too strong. And great finish from Uni. End-to-end footy. Started with Sumbris in the back line. And that looks like Zeshevich who finishes it. Another first-year player out at Uni?
Yeah, young Zeshevich had a first season in Sanford this year with Woodville West Torrens. Had previously played, I think, in Division 3, but followed her sister, who is currently not playing. She had a knee recon, but followed her sister to Adelaide Uni. Really good pickup. She's got great skills, just still learning the game, but as you can see, ability to finish the ball off.
Awareness from Hill there too. Just bodied her opponent out, knew where Zeshevich was and got her the handball.
Yeah, really like that body work from Joe Hill, just looking for the contact, opening up a little bit of space to play the ball, giving Uni a little bit of time to finish it off.
So what can Morphe's do here? They're down by 21 points. There's only a minute left, and that's a very poor centre bounce set up from them. It's going to go forward for Uni. Von Berto looking dangerous. Hill as well. Zeshevich gets a hand on it just to disrupt it.
Yeah, fair free kick there for Spawn, who, along with Leah Cutting, has probably been one of Morphy's best.
Looks solid down there, doesn't she? Now, Morphy's just need to slow this up, I think. There's no point taking any risk at this point in the quarter. They need to go into quarter time, only 20 points down.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that stoppage, like you said, under a minute left.
They just had people rushing through forward rather than hanging back and off the centre clearance, and it ended up biting them. That
last stoppage had no one out the back to stop the quick clearance from Adelaide Uni. They'd be disappointed with that. They'd want to set up a bit better than that around stoppages, especially when there's only a minute or two left to go in the game.
Fantastic tackle out there. I think that's Matner. Lays a very strong tackle. And that looks like it is Renee Roberts who's got the ball for Morphe's. She goes down the line. Strong mark from Pengelly.
Very strong overhead, Pengelly. So you take a lot of defensive marks in every game that she plays. She reads it really well and rarely drops them.
Kicks the half forward. It's off hands. Von Berto is just running through like a freight train.
Grace Smallcombe, they're able to hit a target by hand there, standing up in the tackle. This is quite good as we roll up the end of the first quarter.
Uni looking very strong to open this game. They're up by 21 points, 3 goals, 4-22 to Morphy's 0 goals, 1-1. I think if we're honest, Uni could probably be maybe 5 or even 6 goals up. They had all the play for the first 10 minutes of the quarter, couldn't quite convert on the scoreboard. Morphy's did do well to stem the bleeding for a little bit, but then the floodgates kind of opened about halfway through the quarter, and Uni put on 3 or 4 quick goals.
Yeah, Adelaide Uni certainly had the bulk of the ball. Morphy's able to put a few chains together on that far wing, but as soon as they came over onto this side, they're probably just looking a bit high and long down the line, and Adelaide Uni just able to intercept it and attack again. But like you said, they're probably a bit lucky that Adelaide Uni didn't put a little bit more on the scoreboard. Really need to shore up those centre clearances, because at the moment, especially when McKay's in there, Adelaide Uni are really able to drive it straight out of that centre deep in, and that Adelaide Uni press is just holding the ball in there.
I did like what Morphe's tried to do at points of that quarter when they just tried to kick it, short kicks hit the short 45s coming out of defence. Because Uni's strength is their tall timber down the line. They've got Colley, Bartrip, McKay that they just stick behind the ball. And when Morphe's just hacked it on the boot, it was pretty obvious that it was going to come back in every time. So when Morphe's did try and kick it around the zone a little bit, I think that was the way that was their best method of going forward.
Yeah, and you talk about the Adelaide Uni tall timber, and then even the smalls they've got back there for Uni, Taylor, Sombrus, Anderson, they're all pretty good overhead as well. So any long ball that's not to the forward's advantage, Adelaide Uni have really positioned themselves well to intercept. And it's interesting how you see the come off their Sandful seasons where they've been taught a certain way to play, and there's a lot of Bays girls in this Morphe side, and what the Bays were good at was that short game. So I think they just need a few more contributors to make that happen. They can't rely on Cutters and Spawn to be winning the ball all the time. If they can all get involved, I think that's their opportunity, is to really chain the ball together till they can get it deep into their forward lines and create some scoring opportunities. The
other thing that Uni have done very well early is use the width of Uni Oval, and I think that comes to their advantage, especially against Morphe's. Kellett Reserve that Morphe's play on has one very, very skinny wing. So if Uni can spread Morphe's out across the ground, I think that's something they won't be used to, given the way their home ground is set up. So I think Uni did that well did that well in the first quarter. I think that's something I'll be looking to do even more this coming quarter, is just spread the ball a bit wider.
Yeah, I agree. You saw Dads Falkenberg getting involved out there, really keeping the width of the oval, and that's a really good point. Morphe's play half of their games. Definitely doesn't have the width of Uni Oval.
They call it the pasty.
They do call it the pasty. And so if Adelaide Uni can continue to spread the ball and to spread those Morphe's goals really wide, they might find that they can keep control of the game.
That Uni midfield, which is probably their strength, has been fantastic early. We saw Matilda Zander in the first 5 minutes, won a couple of clearances. Steph Walker, who's been in the best all 3 games for Uni this year, she was hard at it in the middle, and I think on a couple of those girls.
Well, that's right, and I think you called Jess Macalino as well in her first game. To settle into the side, but she's had plenty of the ball herself, so if we see some improvement from her as well, quite a formidable midfield building, which has been an area surprisingly Adelaide Uni have struggled a little bit in the past, is to have a really strong midfield. So I think this is the year for them when they might be able to get something up and going in that engine room.
There's not many weaknesses in this Uni team, just judging from that first quarter. The forward line looks dangerous, with Bartrip, Von Berto and Hill up there, with a fleet of little smalls to go there as well. Back line looks rock solid, and now that you say the midfield's been kind of shored up with a few new additions, there's not a lot of weaknesses here. Morphe's are going to have to be on their game today.
Yeah, that's right. And we know Morphe's have got a few girls to come back in. I think I saw Charlotte Dorr around here somewhere, who's not playing today. She's a very good midfielder for Morphe. So that's going to be the nature of this Division 1 competition. There's going to be weeks where teams have their full side and weeks where others don't. So I think each team's going to have to push really hard for the 4 points where they can. So what Adelaide Uni don't want to do is is relax here and relax off. They really need to get out and work hard in this second quarter to make sure that they expand on this lead. Otherwise, Morphe's might come back and pip them at the post like last time. So
that's right. The positive for Morphe's going in this quarter is, though, that the river end towards which way they're kicking to this quarter, it does tend to be the scoring end at Uni Oval, and there isn't much wind around today, but it can feel like there's a slight downhill kind of slope towards the river at this oval. So they do have the scoring end, and they'll need to make the most of it.
Yeah, that's right. And, they've got Lucy Bellinger up there. Bonnie Wells had a good first quarter. Caitlin Swanson can kick a goal from anywhere. So Morphe's really just need to knuckle down and, like we said, clean up those centre clearances, get the ball up there. I've no doubt that they'll be able to put some scores on the board.
So, second quarter underway. McKay and Cutting in the ruck again. Again, Xander's doing some dancing out the back, you can see. McKay goes for the big fist forward, but it comes to Cutting. That's a crucial centre clearance for Morphe's. But unfortunately, they overrun it and spills out the back to Matner. Strong handball to Colley. Colley goes out to Dads. Dads overruns it. Gets another crack. Cutting there again. She's in everything. She's in a bit of trouble here. She's dived on that and holding the ball.
Good call there from the umpire. I like that change in the Adelaide Footy umpiring this year, where they're a bit more hot on people pulling the ball in. I think probably Cutter's a little bit gassed from that first centre clearance, but we see Dads look to hit up Walker on the wing. Walker really clean beneath her knees there. Just turned back into trouble. Really good tackle there from Maya. Again, really like her speed. Hopefully she's just going to hold it up a little bit here and wait for a good option. She's probably going to go long to Cutters.
And she does, but cutting out marked. You don't see that too often.
No,
who was that out there?
strong
Collie.
mark from Nicole Colley.
Bit of a grin on her face too. She knew she was not favoured in that contest, and she did very, very well indeed. Spearing kick out wide to looking for Walker again. I'm not sure Walker's the target down the line that they've gone to her twice in a row now. I don't think Moody will be too happy with that.
Yeah, probably had Von Berto there as well. I didn't quite see if it may have been a better option just with that little bit of extra height for that kick down the line. But we see the umpire here looking to throw it in with McKay and Cutting again. McKay
Too much space
really
behind that
strong.
contest. Dads was left all on her own, but she couldn't make them pay and gets done holding the ball.
Yeah, again, really like those changes, like I said before, from the Adelaide Footy umpires. We see Dadsy being pinged there for holding the ball, not able to get a handball off. And here we are, Leah Cutting ball in hand again, looking for a long kick into the forward line.
She's playing a lone hand Cutting. I think she's had all 5 of her team's possessions this quarter so far.
Yeah, I think she has. And, we see her laying that tackle. She's actually not afraid to go out and get the ball herself too. So she's not just on the end of them. She's tapping them, cleaning them up, and then tackling the opposition.
So got McKay and Cutting in the ruck again. McKay knocks it forward. Xander overruns it. Ball nearly out of play, and that should have been holding the ball out in the far wing, but Walker picks it up. Kick forward.
Really strong. Was that a mark
grab.
paid there?
Should have been a mark. Is that Taylor Hand out there? Yeah, that's Taylor Hand.
Like to see that from Taylor Hand, still learning her way out there in the footy field. That's a fantastic mark from her.
She very strong.
For an option up the line.
Not a great kick, but Baltrip makes it look a little bit better than it was. Picks it up off the ground. And we'll get another ball up out on the far wing. Von Berto lurking in the middle, looking dangerous. Ball spills out to her. Can't give her that much space. Needs to man up on her around the stoppages. Nice long kick forward. Blandon underneath it and takes a strong grab. Got the new pink hairdo, Blandon. I like it. Quite flamboyant. It's a great kick into Joe Hill. No, sorry, that's Kelly Baltrip. And Kelly Baltrip will set up for her second goal. And judging by what I've seen from her so far, I would just about put this in the book. She doesn't miss from here. Yeah,
look, Von Berto had plenty of time with the ball out in the wing there with that high kick into Blandon, and then she took a little bit of time to look for an option as well, and they really can't leave Kelly Baltrop unattended like that. For her to get on the end of that one with a reasonably, wasn't a fast entry in, Morphetville will want to tighten up on that, because from here you'd back Kelly in to slot it.
So the Sandful leading goal kick for this year comes in, shoe straight through it, and that was never going to be an issue. That is straight through the middle for her second.
Like that composure from Von Berto out on the wing, not just blasting the ball forward. Was a long high kick, but ended up hitting up Amy Blandon. And like I mentioned, I just think that, Kelly Baltrop is a hard one to match up on, but you certainly can't leave her on her own like that.
Beautiful set shot on goal. She's got the same technique, simple as, look at it here. Great ball drop. I don't think she got that quite how she wanted it, but it floats through.
Yeah, looks pretty happy with that one.
He was pretty happy with that. Nice work, KB. So ball back in the middle, Uni up 28, Morphettville 1. They desperately need a score here, Morphettville, otherwise we're going to see another blowout like Christie's Beach the other week. McKay in the ruck against Cutting again. McKay goes the big thump, and we've got a free kick. And it's going to Morphettville. I didn't see what happened there, but the umpire, the non-officiating umpire called it. Oh, Collie, brilliant. Keeps her feet and then lays the tackle and just gets a kick away. I think we're going to get a stoppage here. The Uni have numbers out the back of this stoppage again, and it's going to go there. Morphies are good enough to win it this time.
Nice handball out there from Marie Martino to Maya.
Collie's a rock back in defence. Lovely handball out to Dad. She gets it out to Taylor. Taylor on the right foot. Nice kick out to Walker. Well played from Morphies though. That's a good win against Steph Walker in the air. Not a good kick, though. And Blandon, no, that's not Blandon. Who have I got there?
Falkenberg. Nice intercept there from Falkenberg. I'd be interested to see if Myers actually...
Oh, great step.
If Myers playing a tagging role on Steph Walker there. Keep an eye on that one.
It's a good call. I hadn't noticed that, but yeah, Walker hasn't had much space this quarter. Someone might be doing a job on her. Falls into... That was... It's Blandon with the free kick. Wilton just fell into her back. Got plenty of players everywhere. Comes out to Alex Fittridge. She looks in board. She's going to go the direction of Blandon and Hill. Hill just too strong in the air. Inspector Gadget arms just extended and took a great grab over the top, and she's going to go back and kick for her second.
Yeah, that was a lovely contested mark there. You had Blandon and Hill. Yeah, Hill very, very strong overhead there. We'll be able to see here. Just check on that left versus right foot.
She's a left footer. And she shanked it. Couldn't make him pay. Deserved better after that mark, Joe Hill.
I think she works really well under pressure, Joe Hill. I think she's can make really, really good decisions in the heat of the moment, but when she has a little bit of time like that, still might not quite be used to the football and just, not quite able to finish it off.
So Morphe's look to clear the ball from full back. They're going to go out the far wing. Uni zone just breaking down a little bit out there.
Nice
too easy
kick from Big.
It's a bit too easy. Coach Mark Moody's not going to be happy with that. Those two kicks shouldn't be... And there they go. They get the turnover.
That one's just fallen into Ebony Tiller's lap there. See Tiller, another left footer here in the Unis team. Look for a nice long kick into the forward line. Just gone through Pengelly's hands there, and Morphe's able to clean it up.
Plenty of space. McKay hunting. Took a bit too long with the ball there, Tilly Van Riel. Just couldn't get the handball out in time, and it was a strong tackle from Morphe's. And again, they look to attack the corridor. And why wouldn't you with Cutting in there? She can do it all. Nice
little chip kick from Phoebe Roberts there. Hit up Leah Cutting on the wing. That one looks like it's gone to her direct opponent.
The one place you can't kick it is near McKay.
Fortunately, McKay spilled that one, which is unusual for her. Normally she takes it out in front. She's gone for the chest mark and dropped it. Cassie Tsumbrus just cleaning up across the back line again. Paxton Matner with the little underground handball.
To nobody in particular. And we'll get a ball up. She's had a bit more time than she realised there, Paxton. That'll just come with experience. She's still very young, learning the way of football. In comes McKay and Cutting again in the ruck. And Cutting's going to get a free kick for a hide. Just blocked out McKay there smartly. Used her experience.
Not a lot of movement from the forward line here, but Lucy Bellinger's taken off and let up. Able to spoil that one when Cassie looked like she was in the box seat to intercept it. Good handball out to the open there from Morphe's, trying to give their forwards a chance at the ball. Caitlin Swanson here. Would have been exciting to see Swanee pick that one up and have a ping. She's one of the better shots from the boundary in women's footy that you'll see, Caitlin Swanson. But just under a bit too much pressure there.
So Morphe's got a stoppage in their 50. What can they do? Got Cutting in the ruck again, just everywhere. Oh, excellent tackle. And it spills out for Uni. Dads has it now. Looking to handball, but needs to get it on the boot. Does come out to Tilly Van Riel. She goes on the outside of the right foot. Oh, fantastic mark going back with a flight. That was Jess Searle. Excellent. Just read the ball perfectly. Would have been out on the full anyway, I think, but rather have the mark, always. And then lets herself down with the kick. Touched out of bounds. Whew, that was tight. Looked out of bounds on the full to me, but...
I think he's called that the ball never came in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the ball never came in, so it's a throw in there.
It's an ambitious call. You don't often see that. Must have been confident with it. Oh. Spills out the back.
Really good intent with the tap there from Cutting, but teammates just overrun it. Probably need a little bit more voice from whoever's running through, but we just see Dadsy waiting back as that wing, gobbling that one up. Some options to switch it inboard, but she's just going to hold up, wait for one of her forwards to come at the ball.
It's a good kick. Brilliant mark from Pengelly, back with the flight.
You see Pengelly again with those hands overhead.
She's got to get it in quickly. She's got to get in. Hill's got space. Hill's coming at it. Not a good kick. Spills to Xander. No, sorry, not Xander. Macalino. Looking for a second, but didn't get enough purchase on the ball.
First we've seen of Erica Spawn this quarter, I think. High ball out to the wing there. Nice spoil from Georgia Taylor. Yovi able to get the hands out to Taylor, who does have an elite kick. She's just chipped it in, but Morphe's again able to chop it off. Look like they're getting a bit more of a bit better setup defensively this quarter, Morphe's, with Harkness there. We've got...
I don't think the Baltrip-Hill combination isn't working quite as well as it could. I think they just need to grow into each other. They haven't spent much time playing together. Great handball from Gigi Dads out to Macalino. comes out to Tiller on the left. Long kick. Just touched on the line. Joe Hill keeps. And we have a rush behind. I think Bartrip went off the deck there, but couldn't quite squeeze it through.
And again, we see Joe Hill probably at her best there, one-on-one, wins the one-on-one contest, able to get the ball out to her teammates, probably a little bit of a cheeky throw. And Bartrop comes in for that attempt at the soccer goal, but just unable to put it through.
Bit of a torp from Morphy's out to the far wing, and no one got a touch on that, so that's going to be out of bounds on the full. And Dad's going to get another possession. I think that's... No, she's not. It's going to go to Von Berto instead. Beautiful kick of the footy, Von Berto. Again, there's not a lot of movement in the forward pocket for Uni. Hill and Bartrip aren't quite on the same wavelength at the moment, and they're getting each other's way, in fact. Although Bartrip, as I say that, Bartrip just comes over the top.
I think probably Von Berto spotted some of the space in front of her there. Those two worked well together from their time at the Roosters.
Ooh, we've got a Morphe's player down, and it looks like she's in quite a bit of pain. I think they've called for the stretcher straight away.
Oh, bit of an awkward landing there from Hannah Scholar. Don't see her stay down too often, so it must be something, your players that when they go down, you're concerned, and I would say that something's happened to her there on that awkward landing.
She knew straight away, didn't she? She was in a fair bit of pain. Yeah, she knew straight away.
Yeah, unsure what she's done there. Definitely something to her leg, lower leg.
In the meantime, Bartrett's going to get a bit of time to line up this set shot. This is one of the toughest set shots on the ground here at Uni Oval. Ball always goes left to right. No matter where you kick it from here, it goes left to right. And I think the players are going to huddle up. They're calling for the stretcher.
Looks like they've got two of them together just helping carry Hannah off here. Don't like to see that. Hannah Scholar coming off of her first Sandford W season with the Eagles, played the majority of the games there, and had a few really good games late in the season. It's very good defensively for them. Good to see her pushing into this Uni A-grade side. Morphy's A-grade side. Able to put a little bit of pressure on it now, which is good.
It's a good sign.
Eddie, you got a bit of a shiner there. Well, you played yesterday. Was that from your game?
Played yesterday. Got a bit of a elbow in the face. Going back to the flight very courageously.
Classic dads.
No, it was a very innocuous elbow to the eye, which has turned into a nice-looking shiner, thankfully for me.
That's good. I was hoping it wasn't a post-game injury. As here at Adelaide Uni, we're very thankful for the sponsorship that we have from the Queen's Head. I know we had a good number back there last night after our past Players' Day. I hope everything went well there. Have a successful night at the Queen's Head.
Very successful night, as always, at the Queen's Head. One of the great pubs going around.
Yeah, good to see it. Hopefully I'll be getting a palmy later on.
They're doing very well there.
Looking forward to it as we see Scholars now come off and the game looking ready to get reset. I think it was Bartrop ready to have a shot. Probably, just inside the 50 metre?
About 35, 40 metres. I think when she kicks it, she'll be about 42, 43 metres out. As I say, it tends to go left to right from here, and she's looking inside. Lovely kick, but just spilt by Joe Hill.
Like to see
Comes
that
out to Tiller again. I think Bartrop could have kicked that. Tess, what do you think?
Yeah, I reckon she'd have been on her distance, but I think she definitely could have put it through. Interesting to see her go for the pass. That might be something they're trying to develop as a forward line. Like to see him have a go at those short passes, but I agree.
Oh, good pick up from Bartrop.
He's got a chance here to have another go, but unfortunately that one's just spilled off the side of the boot. Got Walker closing in on it. She's got a little bit of time there. Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, what a step.
Has a shot from the boundary there, Steph.
Oh, that deserved better. Just got rid of her opponent there with a little 1 forward, 2 back trick. Have a look at this. Whoop. Oh, see ya.
Really outdanced Erica Spawn there. Spawny losing her feet.
Jeez.
But Steph won't be happy with that finish. Hopefully she can... she's just on the mark here, just holding Morphe's up on that far wing.
This is what I like from Morphe's, and they just try and kick it short and move it around the zone. See, this is the kick that doesn't work for them because Uni have numbers down the line. But it does come out the back eventually. Macalino's going to have a chance out there.
Some speed here with Wells on Macalino. Wells able to hold the ball up.
That's got to be holding the ball. And it is.
I'd be very happy with that effort. There I haven't seen a lot of Bonnie Wells in the Sorful, but I'm really impressed with what I have seen of her today. Able to win that ball there for Morphies when Uni had some numbers. It might have been out. Hit Cass Hartley up there. Nice little left-footed chip into Caitlin Swanson. Very exciting play, Caitlin Swanson. Be interesting to see what she does with the ball here. But Uni have got plenty of numbers back. Taking her time here. Taking her time,
just setting it up. She doesn't have a lot to go to. Uni have a lot of numbers in defensive 50. So I think she's just going to put it at the hot spot. She does. Oh,
lovely
great grab.
Chip there to Lucy Bellinger. Another one of the Sandford W girls. Lucy Bellinger plays for Glenelg. Had a fantastic Sandford season. Been in the Sorful for a couple of years, Lucy, but really the last year or two's started to sort of hit her stride. Very impressive lead up forward. I think Lucy will slot this one through, but I don't want to...
Commentator's cursed her.
Yeah, that's right.
Does go a little bit right to left from this pocket. Beautiful kicking style, and she's just left it out to the right. And I think she'll claim she was kicking it to a lead. And that looks like it is Caitlin Swanson
there. So Swanee's kicked it into Bellinger, and we'll give Bellinger the... Yeah, she...
Bit of undeserved credit there, I think. She was definitely going for goal. In comes Swanson, looking for Morphy's first goal of the day. Nice little hop step, another hop step. In she comes and bangs it straight through the middle.
Loves a goal, Caitlin Swanson. Like to see that from the little bit of a chain there from the Morphy's girl. Like I said, we'll give Lucy the benefit of the doubt. We'll say she was going for the pass there, but I think she might have been sprayed off the side of the boot a little bit. Morphy's will be happy to get their first major.
And it was the way they got the ball forward in the first place, which I think would be most encouraging for them. They were just able to hit those little kicks. They then went the long one and it came over the back, which the Uni coaching staff wouldn't be happy with. They need to keep that in front. Spilt over the back, hit a couple other short kicks. Very patient entry into forward 50. And then we saw their first goal of the day. So Uni 4-6-30, Morphy's 1-1-7. We've got 2 minutes 48 left in the first half. In comes McKay. Bobbling around in the middle. Comes out. Macalino's had a great first half in her first game for Uni.
Sione Falkenberg's kick there has just gone to the advantage of Leah Cutting, just sitting back in that hole. Not as prolific as the first quarter, but a very good second quarter from Leah Cutting. Kick's come off the side of the boot a little bit, but Morphy's able to clean it up.
Oh, one-handed
nice
take
grab there from Lindsay Big down the line.
Big contest. Sumbris chasing it.
There's Wells there with the pick-up.
Taylor spilled what she should have taken. And a good result would be a stoppage would be a good result for Uni here, but it's going to spill out. Here comes Falkenberg. Out to Macalino again. Into Collie.
That's the problem there. Is running onto that left foot. Tried to squeeze it around with the right and just popped it out of ground. So we see Grace Smallcombe with the ball. I think Smallcombe might be running off a wing here. She played a lot of defence, Grace. Good to see her getting a run through the mids.
Ooh.
She's gone high and long.
Bit close to the mark. Oh, strong grab.
A lot of Uni players around that ball, but Wilton able just to grab it, and the Dukes there. She's just here right on top of the 50.
Strong passage of play for Morphe's. If they can get another goal here before half-time, it makes it very interesting. Kicks to the hot spot, spills off hands. Von Berto gets a big shoe on it out towards Bartrip. Can't take the mark. Cutting back with the flight. Is able to hold on to it after a couple of juggles. Had a very good half, Cutting. Without her, I dare say there'd be a couple more goals down. She goes long. There's not much there for Morphe's. Spills off hands. Macalino again. Out towards Blandon. Von Berto gets a handball out. Bartrip, very clever tap on. Spills to Pengelly, and there's space everywhere. Should have gone out left. Should have gone out to the near wing, and Morphe's are going to clear it up, unfortunately, for Uni.
Just 40 seconds left on the clock here. Little chip kick up from Big to Smallcombe. Great hands. Not a lot on offer here, but Bellinger's leading up. She's gone back inside to Maya.
Don't like that kick at all.
No, I probably should have played it to her forwards who are moving up the ground for her. She's really opened them up by cutting back inside. Giving Adelaide Uni an opportunity to score with 20 seconds left to go. Morphy's able to exit there through Biggs.
Smart kick.
Smart little kick out there, but Xander's cleaned it up.
9 seconds left. Can they get a score? Blandon comes over the top, needs to move it very quickly, and I don't think she's going to have time. Goes up towards Walker.
Double fist coming out there.
And the siren beats them. Nice play from Uni to finish the half. That's an encouraging end for Morphies.
Yeah, they actually, you know, put together some good play there in the end. I think Smallcombe would be probably disappointed with that decision. Someone must have been calling for it back inside. As we see the replay from their last kick there, when she did go long and direct, that was when they ended up, you know, being on the end of a scoring opportunity. This time she cut back inside and they unfortunately turned the ball over.
You never want to see an injury, but that little injury break that we had earlier in the quarter, I think came arguably the perfect time for Morphies. They were able to reset. The momentum was stopped a little bit for Uni. And after the little stoppage for injury, they came out and basically halved the rest of the quarter, Morphies.
Yeah, interesting.
Got their first goal. And we're back at beautiful Uni Oval for the second half of Morphies versus Adelaide Uni in the Div 1 National 1 Plumbing Division 1 Women's SA Women's Football League game. And what a stunning picture that is. The drone shot of the grandstand at Uni Oval, Adelaide Oval in the background, the church in the back as well. Doesn't get much better than that for football, and it's just a glorious day out here. Sun's shining down, there's not a breath of wind. And Uni are up 4-6-30, Morphies are 1-1-7, and we're about ready to go for the second half. McKay up against Cutting in the ruck again. These two have been going at it all day. Cutting wins that one. Spills out wide towards Walker, it looks like. Morphies are going to win this centre clearance. This might be their first centre clearance win of the day. And it's going to be. Kick forward.
Oh, great
here we
handball
go.
there.
That's a fantastic handball. Chance at a goal to open the quarter. And they're going to get one. No, they're not. They are. Oh, my gosh. Almost stuffed it up. But Grace Smallacombe gets the goal there in the end. She nearly... Sorry, was that Celestina Dona got the goal?
He really made hard work of that one. Great ball movement from Morpheus, and she just played on and
Celestina Dona
gone the fresh area. But luckily for her, she was able to pick it up and finish off. So I'd say that's the.
She's having a bit of a laugh about it afterwards as well. Good to see a bit of good humour.
Got to laugh at those ones.
Yep.
I think Morpheus would have. That's the start they would have been looking for.
That's exactly right. They're right back in this game. They've kicked the last two of the game. Margin's just 17 points. If they can get another one early in this third quarter, it's on. They're going to win another centre clearance.
See Maya there with that speed. Lovely kick out in the wing there to Lucy Bellinger.
Gee, they've got all the momentum here.
Really come out of the gates strong here, Morpheus.
Going to get another inside 50.
Ball just bouncing around in there. I think it'll be held up here for a stoppage. Paxton Matner just handing it over to the umpire there. Just inside, Morpheus attacking 50. Cutting and McKay up.
Spills to Dad's good handball at the back to Monberto. Uni going back to go forward through Collie. She gets out to Walker, who spills it. She's had close attention all day, Walker. Good pace from Matilda Zander. Gets it back to Walker. Walker looks inboard. Doesn't get a lot on the kick, and it's going to come back.
Maya just busting through the pack there, but her kicks found Nicole Collie, who once again has picked a really good defensive spot. Collie looking to spread the ball. Not a lot on inside, so she's just looking for the short chip kick up the line.
Lovely kick. Taylor's playing a bit further up the ground to start this quarter, it looks like. Want to get her involved with her good skills.
Oh, she's a player you like to see with ball in hand, Georgia Taylor. She's just gone a little bit inside there to a bit of a contest. See Hannah Scholar back on there. She was came off last quarter with an injury, so good to see her back on her feet. Alex Fitzgerald just happy to wrap that one up there for a ball up, just inside the centre square. Sorry, Alex Fittridge. Alex Fittridge, happy to wrap it up. Ball gone forward again for Morphees, but we've got Annie Falkenberg here in the box seat.
Good handball out. Van Riel tackled without it, let it go. It's been a great start. Ooh, Van Riel got one right across the chops there. And we're going to get a ball up at centre half forward for Morphees. They've started this quarter brilliantly. It's exactly what the coaching staff would have been after.
Yeah, we didn't see this much attack from Morphees in the first half. Be interesting to see how Adelaide Union respond here.
Oh, brilliant from Zander. Just turns out of trouble.
Great clearance work, but Erica Spawn set up really well on her opponent there. Short chip kick inside, really nice kick. Great hands over the top there from Morphees. Be happy with that grab. Open up the centre of the ground here.
Karamoshis goes forward. Lovely kick again.
I've got Lucy Bellinger really working herself into the game. She's played on quickly, put the ball out in front of Caitlin
Lovely
Swanson.
kick. Too good from Matner.
Defensive work there from Paxton once again.
Duds chooses to kick off the ground rather than take possession, but she's going to end up winning it again. Oh, she goes again off the ground. Looking a bit spent out there. And no one really wants to pick up the ball. So Dad's free kick out in the far wing. Nope. Matner's free kick.
As we see that last touch rule there coming into play.
Swanson's,
yeah, I like it too. Opens up the game a little bit. Paxton gone long down the wing.
Bit of a messy pack there. Uni pushing the back. Oh, it's going Uni's way, is it? No, what's going on here? Someone thinks they're going the wrong way.
No one's quite sure whose free kick it is. Umpire just pointing in the wrong direction but calling a Morphy's free kick.
Jess Searle out there. Lovely little stab pass. Morphy's skills to start this quarter have been fantastic.
Yeah,
and Bellinger's got it again.
Yeah, hit up Bellinger there again. She's leading up really strongly. Not a lot to go to. So she just chips the ball up. Von Berto there with a lovely grab in the back lines. Hopefully Von Berto will look to open the game up a little bit here. A lot of the play's been on that far side.
I think Uni have realised they've got to just stem the bleeding a little bit this quarter, and Von Berto's gone back to do so. Falkenberg off hands. Nice pick up from Morphe's. A stoppage would be a good result here for both sides, I reckon. Xander trying her best to get it out. The best and fairest from Uni last year. She's quick, she's skillful, she can get forward and kick goals. She's a very good player, Matilda Xander.
Yeah, really happy to have Xander back in this Adelaide Uni side. So second game for the Blacks this year. As Morphys once again go into their forward line. Nice strong tackle there from Van Riel on Bellinger. And we've got Cutters against McKay again for that ruck battle continues. McKay gets plenty of it, down to Walker. Ball spills out, Xander's able to clean it up. Lovely looking kick out, however it might be to the advantage of Morphe's. Chip kick back in, but Xander's sitting behind the ball. Adelaide Uni once again setting up well behind the ball.
They got numbers out the far side.
The first
Taylor's
time,
got acres of space.
First time Uni has got in front of centre this quarter.
Great run with back with the flight. Who was that out there?
That's, I think, young Zoe.
Zoe Greer. Haven't called her name much today, but that was an excellent effort running back with the flight. And Morphe's are off.
This Talia Meyer off again with that run. I think I've said that a few times today. Chips it up to Caitlin Swanson. Some really good body work there from both players. No one able to get it out. Looks like the ball's going to get held up.
Swanson might have caught one in the head there, I think, accidentally. She'll be okay.
Cutter's getting up slowly. Once again, she's been working really, really hard today.
Another chance for Morphe's.
Nice run-down tackle there from Sumbris. Bellinger able to pick it up, but Collie right there with her. Uni not giving up a lot of space now in that defensive 50. Looks like maybe they've switched on and realised, as you said, they need to shut down this this forward thrust from Morphe's.
Matton's had a lot of it this quarter. She squeezes one out. Taylor overruns it. It's going to come back to Morphe's. Oh, that had to be holding the ball, and it was against Greer. Can Morphe's put another goal on the scoreboard just to make this really, really interesting? Long to the hot spot, but Sumbris is the only one there. And you don't want her kicking out because she has elite skills.
See a real wave of runners coming out here this side for Adelaide Uni. Fittridge has gone for the long option there. Probably had Tiller on short. Seen Hannah Scholar there with a strong punch. Adelaide Uni able to
Bartrip, great
clean
hands. Tiller had lots of time there. Macalino, sorry it was. Oh, Hill, great grab. Tries to handball forward to Blandon. Lays a strong tackle. That has to be holding the ball, and it is. It's either going to be a sling or holding the ball, and the umpire called holding the ball. So Hill gets it about 35 out on a very sharp angle. Has she got this in her, Tess? Tess just left us for a minute. I don't think Hill's got this, personally.
No, I'm not sure on the depth from her kick here. I think it'll probably drop short.
She has a crack, though, and that's just wasn't a good option in the end.
Probably quite poor from Adelaide Uni, not to be aware that that kick was going to drop. They didn't really have numbers there. Morphy's girls getting back.
Very strong grab. That is...
Just chipped the ball up there to Meyer.
That was Renee Roberts with the grab there before. Good contest. Good tackle from Dads. Unlucky not to be rewarded. Comes out to Macalino again. Joe Hill chases it towards the pocket. Comes to Blandon. Blandon back to Hill. Hill on the right. Nice smother from Morphe's. And that's going to be out of bounds on the full. Smart tackle from Joe Hill. She doesn't quite realise it, but she's got a free kick here. You got the free kick, Joe.
She's not ended up with the ball here, but I think that Renee Roberts for Morphy Parks is having a pretty solid game down back. Really good effort at the contest, taking a few good marks. Just needs to be a little bit cleaner with the ball.
Hill looks inside. Smart kick, and Pengeli's going to get a shot 10 metres out straight in front, and this is the last thing Morphy's needed at this point in the game. She's got to take her time, Pengeli.
Great grab there from Pengeli again. Good unselfish play we see there from Joe Hill, not surprising. Pengeli able to slot that one for Uni's first of the third quarter.
And I think despite the scoreboard being in favour of Uni Test, I think Uni actually really needed that goal. All the momentum being with Morphy's early this quarter. That's a smart kick inside from Joe Hill. Knew her limitations, knew she didn't quite have perhaps the experience with the football to be able to curl that one through. Just looked inside, hit up a very strong lead from Pengeli. Smart football from her.
Yeah,
she
agreed.
Good enough to go back and put it through.
Sort of as you said, Morphy's had a lot of the flow of the play there. Good steadier there for Adelaide Uni. Really hope that this attack from Morphy's continues during this third quarter, though. Give us a really good game in our hands.
So McKay and Cutting go at it again. McKay again goes to thump forward. She knows one way in the ruck, and that's to thump it. Usually to very good effect. That's a tough decision from the umpire. Very tough decision. Greer's going to get a free kick. She's been in everything after not calling her name at all in the first half. She goes out towards Dads. Dads sticks one hand up, can't quite hold onto it. Knocks it back inside towards Hand. Gets it herself, puts it on the boot. Oh, lovely from Tiller. Turns on the left, spots up Hill. That's fantastic play from Uni. That is excellent. And I do think Joe Hill has this set shot within her capabilities. What do you reckon, Tess? Give us a rating out of 10. How likely she to kick this?
Oh, look, I reckon she's about an 8 here. I think she's a little bit closer. In the last one, while it sort of dropped short, I don't think she really kicked through it. It was a nice kick, though. So if she can just replicate that, but put a little bit more on it, she should sail it through.
So Joe Hill for her second goal of the afternoon. Very up and under, and curls right to left and straight through the middle. Goal umpire did not have to move very much at all. So Uni kick clear here. They now move to 6-6-42. Morphy's 2-1-13. Very good attack from Dads there. Tiller on the left foot was really nice. Just spots up Hill, who was in a perfect spot, and Hill did the rest from the set shot.
Like to see that involvement from Ebony Tiller. She doesn't often rack up the possessions, but what you find is when Ebony Tiller touches the ball, often it converts into a shot on goal for Uni. So we've seen that there from her.
Taylor Hand into the middle. I don't think we've seen her in there yet today.
Provides a lot of run, Taylor Hand. Really good hard attack on the ball too, so hopefully she can get her hands on it.
Okay, thumps it forward again. Hand almost wins the clearance. And Greer, it's an inexperienced midfield Uni are going with here. Perhaps just giving a few of the younger players a little bit of a chance to prove themselves. Yeah,
that's right. Really similar ball up there to the last one with Hannah Scholar getting hands on it and getting held up. So Uni just not quite able to break through like in that first half. Maybe to do a little bit of an experience.
McKay, interesting handball.
Yeah, almost threw it out there, McKay.
Dads has had a lot of the ball. Morphy's going to get it forward, although Sumbris is looking like she's going to chop this off. Great pick up. Even better tackle.
Maya just following up her work there, but
excellent. She is quick as.
Paxton Matner after her again.
Dads again, another touch. Gets it on the boot out to the far wing. Numbers there for Uni, and they're going to make him pay on the rebound. Or not.
Just held it up there.
That is an interesting free kick for the umpire.
He's called for holding off the ball there, so we had a 2-on-1 there for Adelaide Uni. Someone must have grabbed a fistful of Guernsey there off the ball. I missed it myself, but that's what the umpire's seen. Not
a smart free kick from Uni to give away. Cutting drops what she should have taken. Spills to Taylor. Taylor gives it out to Von Berto. Von Berto just kicks it as far forward as she can. And Macalino leads in the race out there on the far wing. Ball sits up very nicely for her. Good shepherd from Blandon. Macalino's got it. Turns on the right. It's going to come to Baltrip. Baltrip's about 55 out. She rolls inside. Not a good ball drop at all. Comes towards Hill. Hill uses her body again. Walker's tracking it. And Uni going to get a stoppage in their forward 50. Baltrip probably could have done a bit better with that kick. Just rushed it a little tiny bit. Yeah, with her kick, she'll be very disappointed with that one. But luckily for her, Uni have managed to trap it in the area. So we see Tiller roving the ball off of that ruck tap, but just got through with a point. Good to see Ebony Tiller working herself into this game. Tiller's had a great quarter. So Uni have well and truly wrestled back the momentum here. Morphies need to find a way to get the ball forward. And again, Tess, that ball has gone through that little tiny gate.
Always seems to be the way down that end. Give the players a little chance for a breather. I think Spawny's racked up some Ks, just chasing that ball over the back of the line there.
You've got the zone set up. Morphy's come wide. Great kick from Spawn. Great mark from Searle as well.
Able to take that one. Not a lot on here though, rather than a high long kick up the line. Burns almost able to take that one as Cutting disposes of Vomberto. Just a little fumble there from Jess Searle.
Pengelly just dispatches Searle. And Pengelly gets it again.
Keeping her arms free well there. Hannah Scholar looking for the handball release, but not much on offer. She's followed it up here, a little bit scrappy, cutting over the top. Vomberto able to hold the ball in. Not much in that one. The umpire will come in to ball it up. Lovely tap out the back there from Burns for Vomberto's over it. Martino's able to take her down there. Good chasing tackle from Biggs. I don't think Macalino got a boot on that one, so Biggs going to take a kick here. I'm sure once again if they've got any short options on, that's what they'll be looking for.
We have to go long down the line. Taylor's underneath it, and a strong grab from Taylor. It's not the spot to kick it. As I've been saying all game, you've got to find a way to keep it away from this Uni tall timber. Lovely kick from Taylor. Falkenberg has it. About 70 metres out from goal on the near wing for Uni. She's looking inside. She's going to go long, I think. And there's a nest of Morphettville players. Not a good kick from Falkenberg in the end.
It was quite a nest of Morphy's girls there, wasn't it? They were everywhere.
Cassandra Hartley takes the mark. She comes out wide. Good kick, but unable to control it. And we're going to get a ball in.
I think Swanee was surprised that one just about fell in her lap.
Yep. So we're about 75 metres out from Uni's goal. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Uni up 6-7-43. Morphy's 2-1-13. Nicely
roved that one off the pack. Short handball out to Macalino.
Macalino, what a game she's having. Nice kick forward. Hill's underneath it. Bartrip as well. Bartrip crashes the pack. Hill lays the tackle. We've got a Morphy's player down just in front of play here. Walker keeps it in front of herself. Walker has another crack off the ground and Walker kicks the goal. Well deserved. Nice play from Uni. And that's Steph Walker's first of the game. She's Uni's leading goal kicker this year with 7 going into this game. So make that 8.
A bit of friendly fire there for Morphy's. Just a little bit slow to get up, Jess Searle, but she's up now. And yeah, we see a good decision there from Walker just to go off the ground.
Spent a year on GWS's list 2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, before joining Adelaide Uni last year, had a strong season for the Eagles in the Sandford W. One of their sort of stronger midfielders in the Adelaide Uni team. She gets to play a little bit of midfield, but also rest up forward, which I think suits her skill set really well. Like you said, Adelaide Uni's leading goal kicker so far. As we see the ball up again in the middle. Annie Burns in there this time for Adelaide Uni. Really well read by Maya.
Maya is quick as.
Takes on the tackler, shoots a little handball
out. Good tackle,
out.
had to be holding the ball.
Probably a little bit hot for a teammate there, Bellinger. Really good tackle work in there from Pengelly as she looks to spread the ball wide. Xander just worked under it. A little cheeky push in the back there from Hartley.
Ooh,
Xander's off.
Paid advantage. Xander is quick as. No one's catching her.
Don't see that a lot. The players taking the advantage. Really like to see that.
Oh, lovely kick to Vomberto. I think Vomberto can kick this.
Yeah, well within Vomberto's range. I think she's her and Baltop have probably got the 2 longest kicks in the team. Distance won't be a problem here for Vomberto. She's just got to steady up and get her routine and she should be able to slot it through.
Uni persisting with this inexperienced midfield. We had Pengelly, Tiller and Macalino in there to start that centre bounce, which is not a combination we usually see from them. As Vomberto comes in for her first goal of the season. Long approach, puts it out at the right post, working back, and that's a lovely kick. That is exactly where you have to kick the ball from that pocket. Moves right to left every time. She just put it up at the right post and let it work back. That's lovely from Vomberto. Got the distance with ease.
Really like that play on from Matilda Xander rather than holding the game up. Really happy to get it on. Quick ball movement into the forward line. Allows Adelaide Uni's tools to really lead up. Nice little block off the ball.
How quick is Xander? Look at her go. Her legs sometimes seem like they're going too fast for her body, Matilda Xander.
She has been known to fall over while running with the ball. So
just nice and easy set shot from Vomberto. Just didn't overkick it, put it up at the right post and let the wind take it back in. Uni going again with this inexperienced midfield. I really like it. Showing some faith in the youngsters.
Lovely
and Tiller
tap
wins
there
it.
from Burns.
Tiller's had a fantastic quarter. Bomberto goes up, spills to the back. Morphies have the numbers, although Walker lays a strong tackle, could have been holding the ball. Comes to Walker again, gives it out to Von Berto. Von Berto for 2 in a minute. Gets underneath it. Macalino underneath it. Steph Walker keeps in front of herself again for 2. Snaps across the face. Xander trying to keep it in. But that'll do us for the third quarter. And we're back at Uni Oval for the final quarter of Morphies versus Adelaide Uni. Adelaide Uni well on top, 8-7-55. Morphies 2-1-13. They did start that third quarter well, Morphies, but they couldn't hold on in the end. And we had quick goals from Walker, Pengelly, and who else am I missing there? Tiller, did she get a goal?
I'm not sure. Actually, she set a couple up. I'm not sure. Jo Hill definitely got one.
And Von Berto kicked a long one as well.
Yeah, she did. Yep.
So they let themselves down in the back half of the third quarter, Morphies, but they've got a bit to play for here. A little bit on the line there. What are they? 7 goals down. Be tough to fight back from that, but it's always good to go into next week with a bit of form.
I'm not sure exactly who's missing from the Morphies lineup, but they've definitely got players out. So for them, I guess it would be about getting game time into some of their new, less experienced Div 1 girls. But on the flip side, Adelaide Uni's less experienced girls are getting a fair bit of exposure here too. Like you said, we've got a few of the more experienced ones in the midfield now.
Yeah, this is an experienced midfield for Uni. They've got Von Berto, Xander, Walker and McKay. It's about as experienced as you'll get from Uni as we start the final quarter here at Uni Oval. McKay goes with the big thump again. Von Berto tracking it. And we're going to get a secondary stoppage. No, we're not going to get a secondary stoppage. Very tough holding the ball call.
Well done on Von Berto there for appealing for it. Sometimes that's all you need to get the umpire over the edge.
Thumping kick from Von Berto. It's 50 metres on the fly easily. Dad's in the right spot to pick it up. Does so eventually.
Great handle inside.
Walker goes inside looking for Blandon, but just over her head. Bartrip in the play there as well. Gives it out to Blandon. Blandon out wide to Greer. Greer's really worked into this game after a slow start.
Yeah, really good second half from Zoe Greer after a best on ground performance in her first game for Adelaide Uni a couple of weeks ago against Anglevale. As we see Steph just tackled, happy to handball that one over the line. Hannah Scholar still a bit proppy there from whatever happened to her in that second quarter. But again, good to see her back out there as the umpire looks to throw it in deep in Adelaide Uni's forward 50.
Walker being paid close attention by Scholar there. Bartrip tries to flick it out the back. We're going to get another ball up.
Xander just held up there. Very good in and under play, and Matilda Xander.
Got such powerful legs, Xander. Just powers through packs. And there she is again. Just too strong. So she gets held up here. And we're going to get another ball up.
Nice cheeky little bump off the ball there.
Wasn't ready for it. Got her off balance.
Good tackle from Von Berto. Might be rewarded. Not
quite. That was
quite.
more holding the ball than the one she got earlier this quarter.
Maybe the umpire's just trying to even that one up.
Fair enough. She has a bit of a word to say as well. Von Berto wasn't happy with that.
Good to see her working herself into the game here in this last quarter. I think that's about the 4th stoppage in a row here as we see the umpire throw this one in. Adelaide Uni be looking to try and get a clean breakaway here, break a little bit out of this congestion.
Yeah, there's a lot of players around the ball.
Great pick up from Greer.
Yeah, hit it at pace.
Little toe poke there from Von Berto's cleaned up by
McKay,
cutting.
great tackle. Should have been rewarded again, but not. Spills to Von Berto. Oh, McKay. I'd love to see her free kick against stats. She lays 20 tackles a game, gives away free kicks in about 5 of them.
Great switch there from Hannah Scholar. Just a little bit hot for Spawn, who's able to dispatch of Amy Blandon there. Ball up to the wing, though, has gone straight to Cassie Tsumbras.
In her 50th.
Cassie be quite composed here.
Bit of a floating kick. Well kept in. Nice by Fittridge. Gives it back inside, looking for Falkenberg. Falkenberg gives it on the up, back to Fittridge. Fittridge's got numbers out the back, but doesn't look there. Instead tries to go forward. Probably threw that out.
Happy for the umpire to let that tackle go there too, with Fittridge ducking into the tackle a little bit. Here we see Blandon turn back in. Kick into the forward 50 and able to hit up Taylor Hand, who's had a quiet day, but it's been quite consistent.
Just going to go long, looking for Greer. Just over the back. Greer snaps on the right. And she's put it through from a very tight angle. I don't think anyone expected that to go through, not even us.
No, I like to see that from Zoe Greer. And Adelaide Uni's little mosquito fleet playing quite well here with Zoe Greer, Jess Macalino, Matilda Zander really over the last few quarters getting involved, especially Zoe Greer in the last half.
Did a great job of keeping that in front of herself, didn't let her get behind. Wasn't even looking at the goals. I'm not even sure she knew where she was kicking it, but slammed it forward, went straight through.
Just intuitively knows where the goals are already, I
True,
think.
yeah.
Adelaide Uni still with that A-grade midfield in there with Von Berto, Walker and Zander.
I really like the different looks they're throwing up this game. They're not afraid of giving it a little bit of a shake around. McKay again goes the big hoof forward. I'd like to see a little bit more variety from her taps, McKay. She wins a lot of them, but doesn't tend to do that much more than to slam it forward.
Nice.
Oh, very good contested grab. Again from Fittridge. She's had a great start to this quarter. She's
Good
looking
lead there
deep.
from Blandon.
Blandon is wide open, couldn't quite get it to her. Comes to Greer again. She gives it on the up. Von Berto tracks it. She's tackled. Comes towards Walker, but Morphe's going to clear. Not for long though. Zander's hunting it.
Great smother there from
and Morphe's
Maya.
are off. Space aplenty going forward.
Lovely chip kick over the top to Swanson, who's got the opportunity to run on here. Georgia Taylor on the chase. Swanee just cutting inside on the outside of the boot. Unfortunately, just across the face. That's the bread and butter shot there for Caitlin Swanson. She was having a bit of a chuckle. She'd be disappointed with that one. She'd slot that one 9 out of 10 times, I reckon. And I'm sure Taylor will give her a bit of stick there.
I would like to see her straighten up, I think, rather than go on the check side. Players tend to do that these days, but I think running out the straight out goals is always the best. Oh, Taylor gets herself a bit messed up on the outer wing.
Swanee's a bit gassed here, otherwise
she might
have...
it rolls all the way through. The unlikeliest of goals. Incredible.
I think that's the second goal there for...
Celestina Donna. That ball, I don't know what was going on with that. It was spinning, it was going about a million different ways. And it just takes a couple of really fortunate bounces, just misses the right goalpost and sneaks in. Well played, Celestina Donna. I don't think she entirely intended that, but a goal's a goal on the score sheet. And Morphe's players are very happy about it. Maybe she did intend it. She was looking towards the goals.
A little bit of help there from Georgia Taylor swinging her around in the tackle, but either way, I'd be pretty happy with that one. And like you said, that's the second goal for her today. So she's done quite well for the Roos.
Okay, tries to thump forward again. Uni have gone back to their slightly more inexperienced midfield.
Here's Meyer again out of the middle. Spreading kick there to Big, who's done reasonably well up forward today, been a solid contributor for the Roos. Probably a little bit slow moving it on.
It's been quality football to start this quarter, Tess. Both teams playing well. Spills the mark. In trouble now. Gives it out to Collie. Collie to Greer, who's moved into the midfield. Sumbris tries to shepherd out. I think they've moved her forward to try and get her a goal in her 50th. Bit scrappy. We're going to get a stoppage at half forward for the Roos.
No, I think Bonnie Wells has gone missing a little bit for Morphe's in the last little bit. I was really impressed with her in the first half. Be good to see her work herself back into the game.
Okay, thumps forward. Taylor Hand. Wow, what a hoof off the deck. And straight down the throat of Abby Pengelly, who's got numbers everywhere. Just needs to choose the right one. She goes towards Macalino, who's looking for her second. She runs 15, dobs it straight through the middle. That is champagne football from Adelaide Uni. Started with the kick off the ground by Taylor Hand that went about 55 metres.
Yeah, she's got to be happy with that one. We've got Jess Macalino's getting
Look at this on the replay.
Few fans here from Adelaide Uni in their first game.
Hand off the deck to Pengelly. Pengelly, Joe Hill went hard back towards the goal square, which was the key to that. Spilt to Macalino. Macalino took her time, beat one.
Bit of a don't argue.
That's the straighten up there, Tess. That's what I want the players to do. Just straighten up and run through it. Much better. Nice shepherd from Bartrup initially. Could have taken a bounce and run that all the way in, Macalino, but she wanted to make it tricky for herself.
Like to see that from her. I know one of J-Mac's working points is that kicking on the run because she is so quick. Really good to see her just slow up and slot that one.
Great football all round. McKay loses the tap, looking like she's lost a little bit of jump in the legs towards the end of this game. I'm going to get another stoppage.
Nice little hold-up tackle there from Cass Hartley on Alex Fittridge.
speed. Is that Meyer again?
Meyer again, yep.
She's carving up through the middle. Bouncing around at about 45 metres out from goal for Morphies. Could be in the back. No, umpire's going to take it in.
Well played there from Fittridge. I think she probably could have spat that out, but realised she was outnumbered and just held the ball in.
Yeah, good hold from her. McKay shepherds out. Taps down towards Van Riel, who has a little fumble, but is able to recover. Repeat stoppages in forward 50. This is good for Morphies. McKay has a run up at this one, has another thump, gets her own ball. Good contest. McKay thumps forward. Sumbris just gets a little toe poke on it. Dads is chasing it. She's got the pace, just needs to pick up now. She does. Gets the hands up. Well played. Well played. And again, gets it back. And just snaps it forward, and that'll work. That is going to work very nicely.
Lovely ball inside there from Gigi Dads.
Not entirely sure she knew where she was kicking it, but it works either way. Bodies flying everywhere at half forward for Uni. High up and under towards Fittridge, who shepherded out of it and should have got a free kick, but didn't.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there.
Spills to Morphies, but this is going to come back straight down the throat of McKay, who sticks a hoof through it. Out to the far wing. Tiller gives chase, and that's Scholar out there for Morphies. Does very well, very, very well indeed. Snapped forward. Matner comes through hard. Morphy's going to win out. Oh, great smother from McKay, and they're going to win it back, Uni. Contest in the centre of the ground. Should have been holding the ball. Umpire, he thought about it. Calls play on. And that might be holding the ball. 3
efforts in a row there from Taylor Hand. Really like to see that work rate.
Look at that kick forward.
Watch that replay from Taylor Hand.
Just
from
flushed
earlier.
that footy. You don't often see those go down straight down the throat of who you want to kick to, but it did that time.
Bit of a set play, I think, Eddie.
Here's Fittridge again, who's been in everything this quarter, and most of this second half, to be honest. Bit of a scramble. I'm going to get another ball up. Centre wing, outer side. Okay, goes the thump. That's Wilton in the ruck. Just being corralled. Lays a good tackle eventually.
Fittridge again, just happy to take the ball to ground.
She looks exhausted, rightfully so. So Wilton against McKay. McKay gets a knee up, slaps it forward. Here comes Greer. Great quarter for her. Just a little chip over the top, ineffective. Uni weren't set up particularly well forward of the ball coming out of that stoppage.
Lovely.
Numbers everywhere.
Lovely ball out there to Meyer on the wing. Just looks inboard, picks up a teammate.
She does, has to sit under it and does well in the end. Lucky. She breathes a sigh of relief as she steps back off the mark. Those are the worst ones when you have to stand underneath those. Kicks towards Annie Burns, makes a contest, brings it to ground, lays a very good tackle, unlucky not to be rewarded again. Oh, smart kick there. Very smart kick from Swanson. Just summed up the situation perfectly.
Oh
no,
happy.
spilt what they should have taken, Morphies.
Lucy Bellinger won't be happy with that one.
No. They get another chance. Cutting. Haven't called her name much this quarter. I think they may have put her in defence.
Yeah, it looks like she's just sitting in behind the ball.
Goes deep forward. Paxton Matner stuck underneath it. Does well. Gets the handball out. No.
Umpire
holding the ball.
Umpire in a really good position there. Mustn't have got the handball.
Matner confused by that one. And this is Celestina Donner's chance for a third goal of the afternoon in a match where they've only kicked 3 so far. She comes in, interesting ball drop, gets underneath it, and it's always left, unfortunately.
Looks like she's a good winner of the ball. That might just be her challenge, just working on that set shot.
Look at that kick again from Hand on the replay. Just flushed it. I love that.
Might see a contender for the Spacequake Sports top 10 at the end of the year there.
I would have thought so. That's brilliant football all round. Just a great finish from Macalino at the end there too. Back to live play. We're out on the far wing. Greer just extracts it somehow, but kicks it to nobody in particular, although it was touched off the boot. Back inside. Pengelly has to go back with it and can't quite. I think that's Jordana Bradley out there, is that?
Can't quite see her on that far side
Nice
there.
from
But
Sumbris. Bit slow from Van Riel, but gets rid of it eventually. Falkenberg also a little bit slow, but does get on the boot eventually. Walker's out there, and Walker's going to very smartly slow it up just a little bit. Although they have numbers inside. Pengelly is wide open inside. She doesn't look there. Comes out to Von Berto. Good composure from Uni. Von Berto's off her mark, so the umpire calls her on. Spears it inside. That is a gorgeous kick from Von Berto. Comes out to Walker. Walker to finish the play. Can't quite. Bartrip's chasing it back. She's going to collect about 10 metres out from goal. Turns into her left, gets a handball out of some sort, and Macalino kicks her third. Excellent play from Uni. Transition from half back to full forward. Brilliant. And Macalino, a well-deserved third goal.
Yeah, they'll be really happy with that Uni. Little good spread from Steph Walker out there. Von Berto's taking some grass.
Not sure if that was a handball or not from Bartrip.
Yeah, not sure if that was quite legal, but I think she'll take it.
Have another look here. I don't think the ball was necessarily in her palm when she hit it, as the rule dictates. But that was really Von Berto who set that goal up with that scything kick through the middle. Just sliced the opposition up with that kick to centre-half forward. That allowed Steph Walker to get a handball and bomb it long.
Really good follow-up from Steph Walker too. She started that chain, hitting up Von Berto and then following up her work.
Very true. Good work rate. Good work rate. So we've got Burns in the ruck up against Cutting. Cutting wins that easily. It's a good centre square set up from Morphe's, that one, but they can't win it, unfortunately. Burns tries to go off the deck. Ends up with Xander. Xander out the back to Pengelly. Pengelly hacks it forward. Contest at centre-half forward for Uni. Nicely done. Who's that out there? Xander, it looks like. No,
Jess
Macalino.
Macalino just been pinged there, but really good attack on the ball again from her. I think you'd be happy to give up a couple of them for the way that she's played.
Interesting kick. Not sure who that was for Morphe's, but
it's fooled everyone.
Yeah. The old mystery ball.
Grace Smallcombe just playing that one forward there.
Fantastic tackle from Tilly Van Riel. Not rewarded. Just got the handball out in time. And another great tackle. That has to be holding the ball umpire, and it is.
Really good tackle there from Anderson. And we said Myers had a really fantastic game, but Megan able to wrap her up there.
Taylor goes with the one hand. Can't hang on to it. Stoppage is going to be a good result here for Uni, but they're not going to get that. Taylor tries to chase. Morphe's go inside 50. Space everywhere. Players everywhere. Good contest. Matner does well coming out of full back. Van Riel needs to get on the boot. Can't quite. Pinballing around in there. Pengelly, bit of class, gets to handle that. Nice rundown tackle.
Ooh, unlucky not to be rewarded for that tackle.
That was Donna again. She's everywhere this quarter. Oh, Collie with the slips catch. She plays a bit of cricket. She's used to diving forward and catching balls like that.
Probably just needs to hop up quicker there and just find that outlet kick, which is given there to Xander, who plays on quickly.
Goes to the outside of the shoe. Oh, nice Von Berto. Spins out of trouble. Hits another beautiful kick. Her kicking has been a feature today. And we're going to get 50 metres as well. 25 metres, is it?
25.
Gee, it's a long 25.
A big 25.
So, wouldn't mind getting the tape measure out on that one. It's closer to 50 than 25. Oh, Von Berto could have sold a dummy, but didn't. Just her kicking has been incredible. Can't quite finish from Blandon. Walker's out there as well. It's going to come back to Von Berto. It's another snap around the corner on the boot.
Had a very good last quarter, Von Berto.
Geez, her kicking. It's incredible. Oh. Oh, no. Someone saw out there. Who was that?
D'Alessandro, but she's up. I think she might just have a cramp.
Just a bit of cramp. Van Riel puts Uni forward. Bartrip overruns it. Von Berto's running to it. Two players go in hard. Good contest.
Nice pick up by Erica Spawn.
Yeah, Spawn has been good all day for Morphe's. Great tackle from Taylor. Dives on it. She might get pinged here.
Ooh,
she's dragged it back in, I think.
Dragged it back in again.
Oh, more cramp. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but cramp is funny.
So lucky it's someone different. Normally it's Tilly Van Riel with the cramp out there. As we see number 2, Tilly just in the spot there. We may, couple of minutes left, we may yet see her go down with one as well.
Yeah. Taylor's a little bit shaken out there on the wing too. Morphe's hack it forward, plenty of space. There's only one player forward of this contest. Nice handball out the back. No players forward of this ball.
At the back there.
No players forward. Swanson's going to have to hold this up. She does well and earns a free kick. Professional free kick from Nicole Colley, I think. Oh, lovely contest from Pengelly. Falkenberg it is, sorry. Another good tackle from Megan Anderson.
Game seems to have slowed up a little bit here. Everyone just waiting for this last minute to
Yeah.
run out on the clock.
There's a bit of tiredness out there, I think, Tess. Oh, nice from Burns. Bit of a dummy sell. Goes towards Walker. Walker does well to create a contest. Might be holding the ball here, I think, and it is. Just drag that back in. I think that's Donna again. Had a good quarter, Celestina Donna.
Like that lateral ball
Yeah,
movement
it's opened
there.
up the whole ground for Xander. Xander goes deep looking for Blandon. And very good mark. Who was that back there?
Might be Jess Sell back there.
Jess Sell, you're right.
Morphy Park.
Dad's backs back with it, does well. Gets a hand on it. Uses her body, sockers off the ground towards Sumbris. Great to see Sumbris get a goal in this last 20 seconds. Dad's is absolutely wiped there. He's exhausted. 16 seconds left in this game. Uni up by 53 points. They are the only team that can score from here. Dad's tracks it. Again off the ground. Does well. To herself. Can't quite pick it up. It's that time of the game. And there's the siren. Uni bench very happy. Comprehensive win for Uni in the end. I think the scoreboard is probably not quite reflective of how good a contest this was. Morphe's had periods of the game where they were all over for Uni for I think most of the early part of the second quarter.
Yeah, like we said, a few players missing for them. Hannah Priest comes to mind, quite a fit player for Morphettville Park. I think
Played for Norwood.
Played for Norwood, and I think she had a pretty solid season for Morphe's last year. So a couple of times when they were just missing that finish or that extra link, she could have made a bit of a difference for them out there. As you said, the play of the game, not as the disparity not as big as the scoreboard might suggest.
No, I think Morphe should be happy with how they played today. They just lacked probably a big defensive matchup for Von Berto and Joe Hill. Those two were just too tall at times, I think, for the Morphe's defenders, although they did try hard. And I think they probably lacked a little bit of grunt through the midfield. The likes of Pengelly and Walker and Macalino were able to get a lot of the in and under footy through the midfield. But an encouraging performance for Adelaide Uni, and they take on Salisbury next Saturday night, which is going to be broadcast live on Spacequake Sports. And we very much look forward to that. That'll